Hi and welcome to this video in the MRDCL Central Working Smarter series, and in this video we're going to be looking at importing surveys from SSS. Now you may already be familiar with SSS files and importing the surveys. What MRDCL Central lets you do now is import that data, prepare all the variables and some basic tables automatically so that you can be productive straight away. I'm going to start by looking at the files that are in SSS format. Now you may or may not be familiar with those already, but you get two files when you receive data from another source that's come in SSS format. You get an XML file which contains all the variables and all the text associated with those variables, and that describes the data that's in the ASCII file. So if we take a quick look at one of these files, there's no need to do this when you're importing, by the way. This is just really for familiarization. So let's have a look at that, and you can see here we have a list of all the variables, and if we scroll down you can see there's some text here, all in XML format, which is how SSS stores this information, and this describes the data that's sitting in the ASCII file, which is controlled by that XML file. Now you don't really need to know that, you just can go straight into MRDCL Central and import this file and start working with the project in MRDCL. So let's see how we get to the import section. You need to click on this plus button here to use the icons below the file handling icon. So let's click on the plus, and you'll see the first on the list is SSS XML. If you've got a very old version of SSS that uses the text file format, you can also use this icon here, but the procedure is pretty much the same as I'm going to describe here for the more commonly used and much more modern XML format. But there are one or two programs that still only export SSS in the older format. So let's click on this icon here, and it's going to prompt me to find my SSS files that I just showed you. So I'm going to navigate to those, and the files are in this folder here, and you can see there's the XML file that we were looking at just now. I just click on that, and pretty much instantaneously it's generated an STP file for me reflecting what's in the XML file. And if we scroll down it, you'll see it's imported all the text for me, the integers here, and so on. So it comes right the way down here for the whole of the data stage. And it also helps by putting anything that's repetitive into data statements. Now that's particularly useful if you're going to work on this project. This is something that we're not aware of any other product doing, but it puts anything it finds that with any similarities in a series of variables into a data statement so that it becomes easier to edit. So for example, if we look down at this code here, you'll see it's a rating scale of very important to very unimportant. But let's say you wanted a top 2 box in there of either very or quite important. If that was imported as 7 different variables, as it is indeed here 7 different questions, that would be fairly laborious to have to implement 7 times. So it puts it in a do loop, so it's very easy for you to edit this and add whatever you want to put in the top 2 box and maybe a bottom 2 box, and you know, really do this in an efficient way. And if we scroll right down to the end of this here, you'll see that it's set up a basic table for every question. Now it hasn't put a banner in there. If you wanted to select a banner, you'd need to define that separately in MRDCL script, and then of course that banner could be applied using the select banner command to every single table. But as you can see, you've got a really good script out here, and I can just click on this run button here and immediately get a set of tables from the survey. And here we are, there's 22 tables now, and if I scroll down you can see there's some tables for every question that I've imported very, very quickly from that SSS project. So if I wanted to add a banner to that, I could probably in just a couple of minutes get every table imported from that file in SSS with a banner. So really quick to implement and make use of data that you've got in SSS. Well, from there, of course, you can edit your scripts. There are tools as well to export out to SSS and other formats. They're covered in separate videos in this series where we cover exporting data. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope this has been useful to you for importing surveys from SSS.